was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to a under.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Come on. Hey.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Right off the bat, a chunk play into enemy territory.
And I don't care how you plan for it. I don't care what you see on tape where you think you can get that type of a play. That's still a great rush and a little bit of a surprise to break off a run like that this early in the game.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop the team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Now Jones. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Charles, Thursday night game, I would think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw went a little too far. It brings up third down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Jones. Zach Ertz has it complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Back to throw again.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And now look at him go. The 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It's only the first quarter. That's a quick shift in momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only Charles did they throw the pick, but he gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here is that backed up in their own territory, this defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
Rosas good for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones going right side here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd and long situation.
You see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, Jones. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And some space here. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. On first down, going back to Patterson. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The Saints sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
On second down, a run with Patterson. Oh, and that one well designed as they'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Mahomes going to throw.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
48 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Now Mahomes. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
Third down, here's Patterson.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Patterson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
They'll try to run with Patterson.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal.
All right, rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted.
Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he's into the clear. The 40.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Aaron Jones with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrook to return. And he returns this to the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind, going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Jones keeping it on the sneak. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Buccaneers have moved out in front. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to. Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Patterson running between the tackles. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Bradley Roby, the cornerback, there to make the stop.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Running the counter, Patterson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up third.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Patterson again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Saints have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And we'll keep the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Clay Brooks going to bring this one out.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. straight ahead, Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's caught by Sims. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. If points result, we'll call this play significant.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
That's complete to Dobbs. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now it's Mahomes again. Steps away to his left. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose That little touch pass, they saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Going quickly here to Thomas. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Patterson. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Buccaneers' defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Locates Ertz going across the middle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jones throw taken in by Thornton. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones.
left and complete to Thornton. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
First and goal.
Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see the franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. On first down, Mahomes. And that's complete. It's Sims. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Looking long for Thomas. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. Now they send a man in motion right. Mahomes will throw for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Going up top. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They'll give it to Patterson.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
99 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
They'll run with Patterson.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Saints have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Rosas good with the extra point. They will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I'll tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
He'll be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Jones.
And this is going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
They'll go with Jones. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Open man is Samuel, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's a look from the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
I can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation, move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
One final shot. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception, and that one's picked off. It's over, so a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Saints are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. The Giants a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play. Had a decent lead toward the